Robots ready.
Start the motors! Let Robotica out! Yeah!
You ready?
Let's do it!
Robotica. I'm Ahmed Zappa, and this is my humanoid counterpart, Tanya Memi. You're a robot?
Thanks, Ahmed. We've gathered 4 fearless robots, 2 of which will be lucky enough to go head-to-head in a bolt-crushing fight to the finish. But in order to decide just which ones will duke it out, our Robotica engineers have devised some of the toughest challenges you have ever seen.
First up, the Speedway, a figure-8 race that puts their speed to the test. Then, it's the Maze, a nasty obstacle course where maneuverability is key. Next, it's the Gauntlet, a drag race where power prevails. In between each competition, our builders will have time to fix or modify their machines for the next event. The 2 bots with the most points at the end of the 3 events will get it on in a gladiator-style fight to the finish.
And instead of leveling the playing field, we've allowed this one to hit back. Tanika Ray is down there right now. Tanika, let's hear what you got to say.
You are so right, Ahmed. These bots have such a tough road ahead. I'm glad I'm not doing the driving. Right? Let's get it started! Woo! Back to you, Ahmed.
Let's meet our competitors. Representing the red team from Corvallis, Oregon, Mike Morrow.
Mike's a manufacturing engineer and avid aviation buff. And his challenger from the blue team, from San Luis Obispo, California, engineering student and former high school football star, David Django Dexter.
You met the men. Now, let's meet their machines. For the red team, this bot is about pure power. Behold the no-frills destruction of Juggerbot!
Juggerbot weighing in at 210 pounds. His weapon? He's a ramming machine. His design feature? 4 drive wheels with independent motors.
And his opponent from the blue team, this bot comes with some deadly utensils. He'll stick you with his fork. He'll smash you with his hammer. Keep an arm's distance from Noll.
Noll weighing in at 210 pounds. His weapon, a Jackhammer. And his design feature, pneumatic lifts.
This first event is the Speedway. Each robot will race in opposite directions around a treacherous figure-8 track. Every lap is worth 10 points, and as the robots cross paths, they're allowed to engage in a little Road Warrior-style combat.
That's right, Ahmed. The first robot to complete 8 laps, or the robot to complete the most laps in 2 minutes, will be the winner and earn 20 bonus points.
Okay, it's time to put the pedal to your metal. Woo! Robotica! Juggerbot's a very simple, powerful machine taking on the highly advanced pneumatic system of Noll.
Robots ready.
Both bots getting a good jump. Noll with some steering problems. Juggerbot whips around the corner. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Juggerbot sending him into the red. Quickly picking up lap number 1. Juggerbot, Tom Vaerietti looking good. Noll going nowhere. Driver Django Dexter showing some concern. Oh, show no mercy! Yes! And there's lap number 2. Noll completely stunned. Juggerbot totally in command of this race. Juggerbot coming around the bend. Oh, yeah, gets another piece of him as he racks up lap number 3. Noll having all kinds of trouble. Oh, baby, somebody please send for a doctor. This is one sick box. Juggerbot with an easy target. Catches the rail instead, chicken. But he claims lap number 4. Noll making all kinds of noises. Juggerbot having a field day. Noll having a bad day. Spinning and coughing like he's got some kind of Robotica flu. It's all Juggerbot as he puts lap number 5 on the board. Noll is in desperate need of medical attention. Here comes Juggerbot. Oh, the humanity! Noll pleading, no mask. Juggerbot hung up on the rail. He's got to get out of there. Time is running out. Noll just still going crazy. Hey, the buzzer! Yes, yes, yes! Juggerbot takes the Speedway. Juggerbot's victorious duo and the remains of the day.
That's not good because the maze has that same wall. We got to find out what happened.
Juggerbot racks up 5 laps at 10 points apiece, plus 20 extra for a total of 70 points, while Noll gets 0 for going absolutely nowhere. And the winner is Juggerbot! All right, let's go down to the floor where Tanya and Tanika are standing by. Rock and roll!
Yes, Juggerbot. Well, that was a really easy round. Did you guys expect it to be that simple?
Well, actually, Tom is our official driver, and I basically told him to take it easy and go through, not try and make contact, although if our enemy got in our way, to go ahead and make contact.
You have to be a defensive driver, right?
Yeah, we took a lot of class before we got here.
All right. Well, congratulations, and we will see you in the maze, okay? All right.
Okay, we are not going to give up on Noll yet. Now, I know that just before the competition, you had to shave a few pounds off of the little guy.
Yeah, we barely qualified. We had to cut out some frame members and some other things.
Do you think that had any influence on the outcome?
No, I think that was fine, but we just got the pneumatic system working about 5 minutes ago, too, and that actually performed pretty well. What happened was our drivetrain failed. We blew a chain, and that's never happened, so we got to make some repairs.
Wow. You know, Juggerbot had no sympathy.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
We're gonna kick his butt later. If we could have used the spike, we would have.
Good, you go. What does everybody think of that? They're gonna kick his butt in the next round. Woo! All right, good luck, you guys.
Thanks.
It's a juiced-up Juggerbot giving Noll a brutal Robotica beating as he leaves him spinning in the wind. Okay, it's time to meet our next competitors. Representing the silver team from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Dan Haeg. Dan's a freshman mechanical engineering student at Carnegie Mellon University. And for the gold team, his challenger from Las Vegas, Nevada, Robert Nissel. He's a telecommunications consultant and RC car circuit veteran. And now, entering the arena representing the silver team, if you get hit with this powerful ramp, but, no aspirin in the world will relieve the pain from the awesome Hammerschlag.
Hammerschlag, weighing in at 111 pounds. His weapon, a deadly wedge. And his design feature, Lexan Armour.
And his opponent from the gold team. Don't break the rules around this well-oiled machine. He'll erase you, he'll disgrace you, but he'll never embrace you. It's the invincible Krypler.
Krypler, weighing in at a mere 59 pounds. His weapon, a rear-mounted saw blade, and his design feature, diamond-plated steel coating.
Okay, you know the deal. Most laps in 2 minutes takes it, and knocking your opponent off the track is, well, it's sweet. You know, I love it. 10 points per lap, and an additional 20 for the victor. May the best robot rule. Okay, challengers, start your motors. Let's do it.
Robots ready.
There we go. Krypler having some control problems. Here comes Hammerschlag. Ooh, yeah. A little hit, a little out.
Hammerschlag driver, Zach Menegakis. Shaky steer in there. Hammerschlag gets his first lap. Oh, they both kiss the rail. Hammerschlag with a right to the jaw. Picking up speed. Krypler's found his control finally. They do a little dance. Hammerschlag takes the lead with lap number 2. Ooh, Krypler squeezes by. Both bots pick up a lap. It's Hammerschlag 3-2. Krypler coming around. Yes, we get some air there, baby. Love that. Hammerschlag, lap number 4. Ooh, a near miss. Here comes Krypler. Yeah, baby! A little contact. Woo! They both pick up another lap. Krypler's Bob Netzel looks them. 10 seconds to go. All right, a little head-to-head contact. He sends him into the rail. Nice. There's the buzzer. Good night now, baby. It's Hammerschlag outgunning Krypler in the Speedway. Way to go, guys.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not worried about it, dude. The steering is, I mean, it's good, but it got slick.
Yeah.
It felt slicker out there.
Let's do that.
Hammerschlag's 5 laps at 10 points a clip, and the bonus 20 gives him 70 points, while Krypler's 3 laps around the track only give him 30. Das Wieder is Hammerschlag. Let's go down to the floor where Tanya and Tanika are standing by.
All right. Yes, Hammerschlag. You guys won that round with a score of 70 to Krypler's 30. Now, that was some of the best driving we've seen in all the competitions. How did you guys learn how to drive like that?
I've done a couple robotics competitions before, and, you know, it's just natural, I guess. I don't know.
He's a born natural. So, what did you guys do in this particular round in order to win?
You know, we knew that we were faster than him, and we thought we were stronger than him, so we just kind of, you know, played it straight and just ran if he wanted to come at us, you know.
Congratulations, and we will see you in the maze, and I hope you guys continue your winning streak. Right on!
Thank you.
Hammerschlag!
Okay, so we heard before the race that you were one of the strongest drivers in the competition, but you kind of had a head-on collision right at the beginning of the race. What happened?
Yeah, the track's a little slick tonight, so I don't know if there's any sand or dirt out there, but got a little slick, so.
Okay, what modifications are you going to make for the next round?
Basically do a little bit of tire maintenance, but otherwise charge the batteries and go again.
Okay, all right, well, yay for Krypler! Thanks a lot, congratulations.
Krypler with some good moments, but early control problems prevent him from overcoming the almighty, the all-powerful Hammerschlag. After the first event, it's Juggerbot over Noll 70-0, and Hammerschlag surpassing Krypler 70-30. Let's go down to the pits and check in on our competitors.
More. I want clearance for the wrenches in case you need to pull that cradle.
That laptop you see Mike Morrow using, it's an advanced telemetric system, which will diagnose any problem that the eye can't see.
I'm looking at the motor temperatures for this motor right now.
Okay, while their computer does its thing, let's find out a little more about Mike Morrow and Team Juggerbot.
Right now.
Mike Morrow came to Robotica in a most unusual way, competing in backyard smash-em-up derbies in his hometown of Corvallis, Oregon.
It really started with a bunch of us just strapping flamethrowers and chainsaws onto some small little RC cars and just duking it out in a little arena in my backyard.
Mike didn't have to look far to find teammates for the Robotica Challenge.
If you look at that roster of competitors and actual adversaries in those days, they're all on the Team Juggerbot.
Team what?
Juggerbot just kind of struck me. It's based on, of course, the word juggernaut, which is a large and unstoppable object from mythology.
You want to see how unstoppable? Just wait till you see Juggerbot in action.
We've got brand new controllers. These are the Vantec 33s. These are the big ones.
The motors, the gearbox, the drivetrain are all extraordinarily powerful. We use direct drive, so we don't have a lot of linkages and chains and things, and that really improves our robustness. And that leads to another one of our strengths, which is maintainability. We can swap out components, replace entire gearboxes and motors in probably 60 seconds.
Mike, who's a manufacturing engineer, came up with an ingenious telemetry system for Juggerbot.
So all the data and stuff like that comes through there.
We monitor the temperatures of a lot of our key components, the motors, the speed controllers, some of our high power buses, and then we download those into a computer after the event, and then we can say, okay, this motor's running a little hot, let's swap it out.
With a computer maintenance system, Juggerbot is ready to roll. But what about the weapons?
Juggerbot is a four-wheel drive robot. It's basically a combat platform, speed and power. That's its primary weapon and always has been.
Juggerbot is ready to get jiggy with the best Robotica has to offer. But how would Mike stack this battling bot up against his earlier hometown creations?
There's no question that Juggerbot is the supreme champion of any of the robots we've ever built and competed in our little backyard sessions.
The only question is, does Juggerbot have the juice to become tonight's Robotica champion? Across the pit floor, Team Noll has suffered some pretty severe damage.
This side won't budge.
Juggerbot took a chomp out of their titanium armor, but what's worse, they appear to have blown a motor, which they are now trying to replace.
Trying to get the motor mounts ready for this new motor that's going to be going in.
Swapping out a motor is no small task, but this is clearly a hard-working team, and I wouldn't bet against them.
Hard labor, look at our hands.
Yeah, look at this. It's duct tape Band-Aids.
While they get their robot ready for the maze, let's learn a little more about Django Dexter, his team, and their robot, Noll. It's 1 week before Robotica begins, and Django Dexter and his team have a problem.
Yeah, hi. I'm looking for some chain sprockets.
Our drivetrain failed when we went with rubber belts initially, so we had to move to chains, which was a big setback.
Too bad we couldn't make it one fat belt.
With only 24 hours to complete the robot, Django is unfazed. He knows the dedication he brings to all things will pay off. It's 6:30 in the morning. While most people are still asleep, Django's day is in full swing. 2 hours in the gym, then a 9 a.m. class at California Polytechnic University.
I'm just an average guy, average student, trying to make it in the engineering field.
Dexter follows this routine every morning, even in the rain. For his Robotica creation, which he dubbed Noll, Django turned to his two closest friends, Mike and Jed.
They're not going to have any time. Django came to me one day and he said, here's my design for the hammer. And I said it was ridiculous. And he said he wanted to do it. He can be a pretty convincing guy, so we went with it.
Jed came up with an idea of a movable suspension, and it's something that could pop up and get over any obstacles that would come our way.
Their hydraulic lift is one of the most advanced design features in Robotica. Testing it for the first time, none of them were really sure it would work. The system works perfectly. They expect this to help them not only to get over the speed bumps in the maze, but to flip their opponents in the fight to the finish, should they make it that far.
We're gonna lift them up and just throw the beat down.
And as for the chains they need for their drivetrain?
Yeah, we got it. They got the chain we need.
It's going to work out.
Once again, Django Dexter's dedication has paid off. Okay, things have taken a turn for the worse for Team Noll. Time is running out, and what's worse, team leader Django Dexter has cut his hand and been taken to the infirmary for stitches.
We'll get the award for the most team members in the nurses station.
Yeah, you guys.
Meanwhile, his team has discovered that the bolts they use to secure the new motor are too long, and they're trying to cut them down to size.
Oh, there's another nut, that's why.
Where?
Right here, in the back. See it?
I see it. There's a nut back here, Mike.
There's only three.
There's one right there, bending over right there.
Yeah.
Looks like they found the last nut standing in their way. As long as that's the only problem, they should be fine.
Did you guys spin the motor before you change it up? I think it's the motor that's shot.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. They've already burned out one motor.
Does the motor move at all? No. Means we're done. We're done this time.
You hate to see this. Quickly, before the maze, let's go down to the infirmary and check in on Django and see how he's holding up.
We're done. Yeah, the nuts on the gear seized. Chances are by us trying to force it, seize that motor again.
Seize the other motor?
Yeah.
It's not going to be the same without you, buddy, but you know what they say, the show must go on.
it's time for our competition number 2, the maze. Now, this is a test of human mind and robotic body. Each robot must be maneuvered to the center of the maze. Now, you think that sounds pretty simple, huh? Don't you? Well, guess again. Because as our robots attempt to make their way to the center, they will be assaulted by an assortment of deadly obstacles. First, they've got to climb the steel ramp. The only problem is, once they're halfway up, they're on their way down fast. Then, they got to get past this roadblock, so they better keep up their speed. Next, they take on a pair of revolving spiked paddles. Pushing past these guys is only half the battle, because what goes around comes around. Then, these moguls don't look like much, but they're the toughest obstacle on the course. After that, they're met by the crushing force of the guillotine of death. And finally, they come face to face with a waterfall that can short-circuit them on the way to the finish line. And that ramp, gushing, slippery when wet. 15 points will be awarded for each obstacle and 25 bonus points to the winner. Now running unopposed in the maze, Juggerbot! Okay, get your gadgets and gear. Let her rip, boss!
Robots ready.
Here comes Juggerbot over the ramp. Effortlessly pushing that box out of the way. Awesome. Confident crew looking on. Taking on the spiked paddles of death. Oh, getting swatted by that paddle. Yes. Barely missing the guillotine. Through, over the moguls, up the ramp into the center of the maze. Sweet! Nicely done, Tom. Nicely done. A jubilant Juggerbot team congratulating themselves on a job well done. And it's Juggerbot conquering the maze. Juggerbot running unopposed tackles all obstacles at 15 points each. The extra 25 gives him a total of 100 points. Noll, of course, out of contention, remains at 0. And the winner is, you guessed it, Juggerbot. Let's go back down to the floor.
Juggerbot, winner by default, but nonetheless, the winner. Okay, you guys were steadying through. I saw you guys were kind of pep-talking each other. You were fine until the second pad. You got a little bump there. Did you guys, were you worried about that?
Well, we weren't really worried about that so much. The problem was that one of our engines wasn't working, so one of our motors wasn't working when we put it on the ramp, so we decided to do it with 75% power, and Tom's a good driver, so we didn't have any trouble at all. He took it through there effortlessly.
What's your secret weapon for the Gauntlet?
For the Gauntlet, we are going to change a little bit of the design of it. We're going to put plow on the front to keep stuff from getting caught underneath.
Good point.
And hopefully we'll have all 4 motors, and we'll just hit it hard and get to the end quick.
All right, I cannot wait to see it. Everybody, Juggerbot, winner. They're going to be in the Gauntlet. It's going to be cool.
Juggerbot going it alone without a care in the world. It's just business as usual for this bot as he effortlessly glides his way through the maze. On to victory, my friend. Before we go back down to the maze, let's check in on our builders in the pits as they're making repairs and modifications for the next round.
Your 45 minutes starts right.
Unfortunately, Krypler, he wasn't able to secure a win in our last event, but operator Bob Nissel, he still looks pretty calm.
There's a lot of guys using power tools, not a whole lot using hand tools. I still prefer the old-fashioned method, using good old-fashioned hand tools, do all the work by hand, tapping, cutting, threading, and filing.
That's my kind of mechanic. So as Bob continues to work his magic, let's find out a little more about this cool customer and his robot, Krypler. Nestled in this apartment complex in Las Vegas, Nevada, lives Bob Nissel, a man with a singular focus.
I think I could probably win this whole competition because I've designed it to have a good running speed, and I've also geared it so that I'll have a decent amount of torque.
His confidence isn't unwarranted. In addition to the strength of his robot Krypler, Nissel boasts an added advantage from his days as a premier racer on the RC car circuit.
I was in the radio-controlled car industry for about 20 years worth of racing, so I've had a lot of experience with radio control and driving. A lot of my competitors are machinists and engineers, so they design something really cool, but when they put it on the track, it doesn't always drive too well. So I hopefully will rely on my driving capacity. For this event, I didn't incorporate too much on the way of weaponry. I would rather have more maneuverability. I do have a vertically mounted 7¼ inch carbide tipped saw blade. The opposing end has 2 6-inch spikes on it so that I can go ahead and penetrate or possibly spear or break something apart depending on what the surface might be.
His years spent racing RC cars taught Bob a valuable lesson.
Durability is a really, really big factor in whether or not you're going to be able to compete and compete well.
With that in mind, he's encased his robot in thick, diamond-plated steel. But cutting and fitting this armor proved to be a daunting task.
The biggest drawback on this robot was trying to get a body to fit it or a shell to fit it. So designing the outside of the robot was actually harder for me than designing the inside.
Will a robot with a razor-sharp saw blade and custom-fitted armor, driven by a master of the remote control, equal a Robotica win tonight? We'll have to wait and see. So the expert RC driver loses out in what should have been his strongest event.
A little nervous down in points, but I can make those up.
Hammerschlag said hello to Krypler's spikes on the Speedway. Looks like that friendly little greeting left a bit of a scratch.
Right. You can check out these scars, my God. Those spikes he's got? Yeah. Yeah, it's like butter. It is aluminum, was it steel?
Well, these young lads pulled off a victory in the last round, but it came at a price. Let's find out more about this low-slung wedge called Hammerschlag. When NASA needs a robot to search for asteroids on Antarctica or to fix the International Space Station, they turn to Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Carnegie Mellon is like one of the biggest robotic schools in the nation.
While Dan Haeg and Zach Menegakis look like typical freshmen, hanging out and playing foosball, they enjoy nothing more than checking out the latest robotic creations from the CMU Brain Trust.
This is great. Yeah, you guys have made a lot of progress over the last few days.
With hard work, fierce determination, and the guidance of robotics professor Howie Chose, they're the architects of a sturdy chrome-plated creation.
After this competition, assuming they and their robot survive, I'd like to have them help design the next generation of landmine robot.
They discovered robotics when they were still teenagers, as participants in FIRST, the largest high school robotics competition in the world. Both were competitors, Dan from Minnesota and Zach from Florida. When they reconnected at Carnegie Mellon, Dan and Zach were ready to push their robotics experience to the next level. Together, they came up with an ultra-wedge design, a sleek, low-slung machine utilizing speed and traction over fancy weapons.
It's about 6 or 7 inches high. That way we can avoid a lot of the obstacles, a lot of the weapons and stuff. Low center of gravity, good handling. We've got 4 motors and 6 wheels, so if one blows out, should that happen, we've got others to rely on. Hammerschlag. The name was chosen mostly because it's a really cool word. I like saying as much as possible. Hammerschlag, Hammerschlag, Hammerschlag. It's the name of our dorm building.
Youth and enthusiasm are their allies. They represent the future of robotics. But do these 2 freshmen from CMU have the stuff of champions? We're about to find out.
Gentlemen, you have a very fine, sturdy robot here. I'm sure you're going to conquer all of your enemies. I wish you luck.
Thank you. And
do the Carnegie Mellon name proud.
Of course, thank you.
This is what the score looks like going into the maze. It's Hammerschlag leading Krypler 70-30. Let's see what happens when Krypler takes on Hammerschlag in the maze. Now, 15 points will be awarded for each obstacle successfully navigated, and a 25-point bonus for the robot who reaches the center first. Getting there is half the fun. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the silver team, it's Hammerschlag! And his opponent from the gold team, Krypler! It's time to go. Let's do it, baby.
Robots ready.
Hammerschlag approaches the ramp. Krypler barreling over and into the box. Hammerschlag down the ramp, and plow into the box. Krypler having some difficulties. Hammerschlag crashes into the rail. Krypler contending with the box. Hammerschlag pushes his way through the first panel, past the second panel. Ooh, he's stuck! And it's Krypler getting through the first panel, past the second panel. Oh, and the moguls going right over the moguls under the guillotine. Genius driving. He's going for it. Stuck on the slippery grate. Hammerschlag over the moguls, under the guillotine. Oh, this is close. This is close. And Krypler's making it to the center of the maze. Yes! 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 Krypler takes the maze. The boys from Carnegie Mellon with a great effort come up short. Close match. Krypler braves each obstacle, capturing the 25-point bonus, giving him 100 points. Hammerschlag falls short of the waterfall, receiving 60. Oh, the winner is Krypler. Let's go down to the floor.
All right, Bob. Krypler is the winner. You got 100 points in that round. Did you expect that?
No, actually, I thought I'd be coming back behind the waterfall and they'd beat me up the ramp, but luckily I got over the speed bumps a little quicker.
Yeah, I saw your strategy was very slow and steady. Mm-hmm. You had a little bit of problems with the waterfall. Did you think that was going to happen?
I knew that was going to happen. I've got a slick tread on my tire, so I knew that the wet steel would be kind of hard and I'd have to get one straight run, full force, and it took me about 3 tries, but it got there.
So in the Gauntlet, you know you got to bust through a whole bunch of heavy stuff. You think you can handle that?
I've got 2 spikes to break glass, and I've got a saw blade on the back if I need to go ahead and move anything out of the way with that weaponry.
Well, right on. We can't wait to see it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in the Gauntlet.
After the second round of competition, it's Juggerbot all the way with 170 points. Noll, who was sent packing, with 0, and Hammerschlag and Krypler dead even at 130. The final event in our first round of competition is the Gauntlet. This is an old-fashioned drag race with some new rules. 2 robots, 2 tracks, and 50 feet to glory. Fastest bot wins. Only 5 things stand between the start and the finish. 5 increasingly difficult obstructions that the robots will attempt to blast through. First, there's a pane of glass. Now, if you get past this without a scratch, don't stick around to admire your reflection, because you'll be met by a mound of metal cans staring you in the face. Then, if you recycle those suckers, you'll be met by a solid brick wall, and it's on to a stack of concrete stones. And just when you thought it was safe, well, it is a safe weighing more than 100 pounds. The first bot to push that baby across the finish line gets all the marbles. Each obstacle is worth 15 points, and the winner will receive an additional 25. Remember, since mechanical difficulties took Noll out of the race, the red team will be running the Gauntlet unopposed. Now, entering the arena, it's Juggerbot. Okay, it's time to kick some robot butts. Come on, Robotica freaks.
Robots ready.
Juggerbot crashing through the glass like a bolt of lightning, just obliterating every obstacle. Look at the view from his onboard camera. Sweet. Oh, yeah, baby. What a display of raw power. Oh, sweet, sweet Juggerbot. You are the man. Juggerbot unleashed. Blasts through 5 obstacles at 15 points apiece, plus an extra 25, giving him 100 points for a total of 270. Noll no longer competing. I don't know how he did it. The winner of the Gauntlet with 100 points is Juggerbot. He's moving on to the fight to the finish. Let's go down to the floor.
All right, all I have to say is, whoa, Juggerbot, that was no match for Juggerbot. No problem. The Gauntlet blew right by it. 7 seconds.
Okay.
You didn't know that.
I couldn't keep up
I'm
running.
telling you right now, 7 seconds.
Cool. That was just too much fun.
You enjoyed that. You guys are shaking when you walked up to me. What is your next strategy going into the fight to the finish?
You'll have to see. Yeah. Yeah, we've got a little secret.
You do? Well, I can't wait. And I don't think, all of us, we all can't wait. This is going to be great. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations. Woo! You did it!
It's Juggerbot, the lean, mean ramming machine, jamming his way with towering speed, mercifully gobbling up the Gauntlet. Oakley dokley, it's time once again for the final event in our first round of competition. The Gauntlet, representing the silver team, it's Hammerschlag. And his opponent from the gold team, it's Krypler. Robots, get your micro switches in motion. Come on!
Robots ready.
Both bots smash through the glass. Krypler caught up in the cans. And Hammerschlag crashes into the bricks. Krypler makes his way through the metal. Both bots having a hard time negotiating those bricks. Come on, Krypler. Krypler knocks him down, yeah! Hammerschlag breaks on through to the other side, but can't get past those stubborn stones. Look at that. Krypler trying to ride over the red brick road. Hammerschlag furiously working his wedge. Krypler still not making any headway. Hammerschlag pounding away at the stones. Bob Nissel working Krypler, trying to get through the bricks. Hammerschlag pounding away at the safe, but there's so much stuff blocking his path. Every little bit counts. Come on! Come on! Not a day at the beach for Krypler. Looks like he's still stuck on the bricks. Tough. Hammerschlag! Hammerschlag! Come on, man! So close! So close! Come on, come on! Krypler, I fear, is down for the count. Hammerschlag inches away from victory. Come on! Yes! Yes! Hammerschlag takes the Gauntlet with sheer determination. That's how you win the Gauntlet, babies! As Krypler is left lying in a bed of bricks. Oh yeah, the winner of the Gauntlet is the heroic Hammerschlag. He maintains his composure, blasting through each obstacle, earning him 100 points, while Krypler got through only 2, giving him 30. Which means, Hammerschlag, you are moving on to the final round. The fight to the finish. Let's go down to the floor.
Won, you guys. That was awesome. Now, the robot looked a little bit different from the last round. What did you guys change?
Yeah, we added these 2 weights on top. We actually stole them from the stage. They're about 40 pounds. And
you owe us money, buddy.
Oh, shoot. And we lowered the wedge in the front so we could push this better, but you know, you saw what happened.
Yeah, you guys got through the first couple rounds, but you had a mountain of debris in front of you. That was a little bit of a problem. How did you guys handle that?
Well, that was the idea of putting the extra plate in the front, on the wedge, attaching it to the wedge so that we can just plow through everything. And it worked out well.
Okay, well, you guys, good luck in the pit, and we will see you in the fight to the finish. Congratulations.
Our 2 finalists are now in place. We've seen what they can do on the open road. Our 2 finalists are ready, and before they enter their arena for their decisive battle, the fight to the finish, we're going to take a closer look at what they have in store. The winner of this match will be the only bot to walk off this 16 by 16 square alive. Our high wire warriors have to push, pull, and plow their opponents off the side of the platform and straight into the scrap heap. Our first finalist representing the red team, it's Juggerbot. And his opponent representing the silver team, Hammerschlag. Finalists, are you ready? Okay, it's do or definitely dad time. Come on, robots. Start your engine. Both bots have certainly earned their stripes tonight. Now we'll see who will reign supreme in this final battle.
Robots ready.
It's Juggerbot drawing first blood, sending Hammerschlag into the rail. And another hard hit! Hammerschlag not backing off. Juggerbot's wedge is bending, scraping the floor. That could be a problem for him. Oh, yeah! Hammerschlag getting hammered. It's relentless. Less than 30 seconds before those rails come down. Oh, another good hit. It is total domination by Juggerbot. 10 seconds before those puppies come down. And there they go! Square it off in the center. One false move will send these bots packing. Juggerbot's bent wedge has got his front end up. His wheels are just spinning. This could be trouble. Both robots just dancing in the center, biding their time, looking for the kill. There he goes. There he goes. Oh, Juggerbot is hanging off the edge. Hammerschlag can take it. Hammerschlag, why aren't you finishing him off? Juggerbot comes back. Yes. Hammerschlag missed his golden opportunity. This has to be the biggest robot choke of all time. Both bots displaying some excellent maneuvering skills. Tension is killing me. There he goes! There he goes! Come on! Oh no. Hammerschlag won't drop. Oh, how the tables have turned. You gotta love this. Hammerschlag, I have one question for you. Do you feel lucky? And the answer is no! Yes! Yes! Juggerbot takes the final battle! Woo! Juggerbot is going to the Robotica Championship. Good sportsmanship all around. Juggerbot takes the fight to the finish in dramatic fashion. Yes, yes! The winner is Juggerbot. Let's go down to the floor.
Yes! Juggerbot! Juggerbot, that was awesome, you guys. It looked like you guys had an easy win, but, you know, Hammerschlag gave you a run for your money.
Well, we ran into a few problems. We were a little afraid of their wedge, so we added a few modifications to our wedge, and that actually worked against us once we got a few impacts in. And we lost turning capability.
Yeah, I saw that. Your wedge seemed to. And
I think that was really catching up on us.
That kind of hurt you in there, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. So we'll have to see if we can improve on that design in a hurry.
It was all about the waiting game at that point.
Yeah, it just became a matter of waiting game, either for the other person's batteries to die down or just to get the right opportunity.
Well, you know what? It was completely worth the wait. That was really exciting.
Yeah, we loved it too. That was
we can't wait to see you guys in the finals. We'll see what Juggerbot can do then. Congratulations.
Right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Juggerbot tearing it up on the Speedway, just making a mockery of the maze. Feeling his zotes as he busts his way through the Gauntlet, and having a date with destiny in the fight to the finish. When Robotica returns, 4 more robots will face off in their quest to be the ultimate champion. Who will earn the right to be the last bot standing, you ask? Well, find out on the next Robotica. For Tanya Memi and Tanika Ray, I'm Ahmed Zappa. Goodbye, you know I love you. See you later, Robotica.
Please don't try that at home with your vacuum cleaner. Next for Boxing Day on 5, Tony Robinson takes a light look at some weird nature. Meet the spitting fish, the wobbegong and the aardvark in a mo.